Okay, so I wanted to do a K-vid because I haven't done really any. I did a throwback vid, but that was about it. And I'm trying to think of, should I do more than one a week? Or I was thinking maybe do them on Monday so that if I do an inspirational vid or a topic of conversation, then you have all week to think about it, or it lifts your spirits, or something like that. Um, and then maybe like on Wednesday do a song cover. Maybe not every week, but something like that. So maybe 2 videos a week. And then, sporadically post pictures and other things like that. But also, I need a slogan, I feel, or like a phrase. Um, Let me know what your ideas are. I am going to make a list of ideas, but I'm just curious if you guys had anything that you thought would work. So, today though, I wanted to talk about how people see other people in society. I got the inspiration for this video because I was watching a video on Facebook that this girl posted, and she received burns to her body when she was a very young girl. And I believe she said that she had burned, scarred tissue over 30% of her body. And that now that she's older, it doesn't bother her as much. But when she was younger, kids would tease her and pick on her, and they thought that she was weird. I mean, how can you think that somebody is weird for something that they can't control? Yes, I realize it might make us uncomfortable because we're not used to seeing somebody like that. But in the end, it's still just a person, and whether we are used to the situation or not, it doesn't give us the right to judge somebody or to make them feel uncomfortable. And so I really just wanted to talk about how we judge based on outward appearances, or when it comes to relationships. We live in such a superficial world that we judge based off of, a book's cover. The saying, don't judge a book by its cover. And I don't know, I guess it just kind of, I came more to that realization when I look at some of the people that I know in my life, and they judge based off of looks or off of, I guess, credentials. Kind of like a list of pros and cons, only, you know, you wind up comparing, the best, this person has the most money, this person has the brightest future, this person has this and that, to another person who is struggling to keep a job and struggling to keep a home, and their future is questionable. Well, if we did that for every person who was down on their luck, there are people who have turned their lives around and made something incredible of their life. But people always doubted them. We have to give everybody a chance. We have to believe in people and not just assume that someone who is a bum is going to stay a bum, and somebody who is 300 pounds isn't going to get into the best shape of their life. We don't know people's background. We don't know their story. We can't begin to judge or guess why they are the way they are. We can't do that until we actually talk to the person, because then we're just making assumptions. Would you want someone to make assumptions about you? If you were in a state in your life where you didn't have control and where you didn't have a say in what was happening, but you didn't know where to turn to, but then you had people talking behind your back, making assumptions, and not even taking the time to ask you, the person it's happening to, what's going on. Yes, we say that we should try and walk in another person's shoes when we don't understand the situation, but we don't. It's easier for us to just make an assumption and for us to say, oh, well, I don't think that they're living their life the way they should. I think that they're lazy, and I think that they need to do something about it. Well, maybe they have, and maybe they are. You have no right to say that about another person until you get to know them better. It's just something that really annoys me, and I know that I find myself doing it. I know that I'm not perfect, but I stop myself when I think about it because I know how it feels. I know how it feels to be judged without someone asking me, "Are you okay and what's going on?" It just takes a small question like that. But if it's not your place, if it's something that you're maybe doing out of pure curiosity, you should probably stop and think before you ask so that you don't cross a line, that you don't go over a boundary. Because it's true, we all have curiosity when it comes to something we don't understand. But if we see a cripple in a shopping mall and we're really curious as to why they are that way, I think it's just best to assess the situation and see if it's really appropriate that we ask. Because maybe the person hasn't come to terms with it yet, and maybe they're still sensitive. Other times, a person is very open and they're used to all the questions, and they'll gladly answer what you have to say. But it's just half and half, really, with how things go. But bottom line, I just wish that the world were less superficial, because our ideal version of beauty is us looking to the tabloids and to celebrities. That is who we strive to be like, because that is what is widely accepted. A tiny little waist, trim body, makeup slathered all over your face, hiding the best part about yourself. Why not just let your inner beauty shine through? Forget the hair extensions, forget the weaves, forget the fake eyelashes, forget the Botox, forget the breast implants, forget it all. Just do the best to be you. And don't be a carbon copied clone of the next 10 girls standing beside you. Otherwise, you're not unique. You're not yourself. You're just what society tells you is beautiful and what you have to be. And then that's you not giving yourself enough credit to stand out amongst everybody else. It makes you lose your chance to be original. Otherwise, you're just ordinary. And who wants 20 ordinary people in one room when you could have 20 unique, wonderful people that you could get to know if they just took the time to let themselves stand out? I know that I personally love being original and unique. And I like people telling me that. I like being authentic. Bottom line, authenticity is something that is so beautiful, something that is so wonderful and taken for granted each and every day because we're afraid of being judged. If somebody who was burned over 30% of their body is afraid of being judged but can take the time to gain the courage, have her mother who supported her and told her every day she was beautiful, and she finally accepted that she didn't need to be perfect, that her scars are what made her beautiful, what made her unique and stand out amongst everybody else. Let yourself be authentic. Get yourself that support system that makes you feel beautiful from the inside out. And don't be afraid to shine. You have so much to offer the world, so much that people want to see and learn about, but we're too afraid to be different because we'll be judged. Maybe we will, but maybe we'll find the strength to be strong enough to move past the judgment and find those who are worth it and will accept us for who we are rather than who society believes we should be. Authenticity is where it's at. I truly believe that. And I truly stand by that. I won't be somebody that another person asks me to be. I'll always be myself. And if I catch myself trying to be like somebody else, yes, you can have role models. Yes, you can have people that you strive to be like, but you shouldn't be that person. You should still be you, because there can only be one Kelly Spedden or one John Smith. Nobody can do you like you. Nobody can be you like you. And nobody can show the world the best you can be besides you. It's something to think about. It's really something that's been an eye-opener for me. And I hope that you'll take it to heart. That you're beautiful. And you were created in a unique way. That you shouldn't be afraid to show other people. Yes, it might be hard. And yes, it might be scary. And it might be easier to just conform. But the bottom line is, you'll never know until you try. Because then you just get used to being somebody else, and that's not any fun. Don't judge a book based off its cover, or you might miss out on knowing a great, fantastic person. Don't let others judge you based off of your cover, because you might miss out on some great friendships. Simply try. Simply do you. Be authentic. Don't stop being grateful for each day that you're given, each adventure that you get to have, and each memory you get to share with those that you love, or that great opinion that you have inside you for every matter. People will be interested in what you have to say. I know I am. I genuinely am interested in people's lives and what they have to tell me and things that they are going through. Try it sometime, and you might find out that you enjoy it a whole lot more than you first thought. Alright, this video is getting a bit long, but just don't judge based off of looks, occupation, social standing. Appearance is so deceiving. Off of background, past decisions. Everybody deserves to be given a chance. Maybe multiple chances. Simply try. I hope that you're having a fantastic weekend. And I expect another video tomorrow on Monday. Hopefully. Alright. I hope you enjoyed this K-vid. And I hope that you have a blessed day.